really like her. It was minstrel shows for making fun.
What?
Oh. I wasn't talking about when they talked. They were making fun of it. It was really bad.
And so I like what you're thinking there, but just keep the door closed a little bit more on that outside so he can't get longer on the outside, that he's staying the same length and feeling on the outside as the inside. And so that he's really having to bend in the middle of his body to bend around there in the walk. And not giving up that outside rein too much. So then as you change directions here, think of keeping that little bit more contact on that left side, and you're not going to give up the left so much as you bend him around to the right, okay? Good job. And then do you feel him starting to let go there? Good. And swing with him. Keep him marching. Keep him walking. Good. Keep your hands right there together. Good job. And following. Good. Good. And then just change directions again. Because this connection that you can establish in the walk is going to carry through in everything. Good. Keeping that left side. And you can keep that left thigh into him a little bit too. That will also keep that left shoulder from just kind of falling out and him disconnecting from the left shoulder out. You know what I mean?
Yes, this.
Or sorry, right. Yeah.
This, yeah. I
Yeah.
use the right shoulder the most.
Yeah, and so use your right thigh there to catch that shoulder. Feel how he wants to fall out there. And then he kind of wants to shove that saddle. It's not that your saddle's sliding around a lot, but then you can kind of see everything kind of drifting a little bit out to the outside. So you want to keep some weight down on both sides so that he can't kind of push you away. Yeah. And so lengthen your inside there. And don't let your left hip come too far back and your right hip forward, because that's also allowing on that outside to open the door there. Okay, so you want to think of your hips staying square so that that saddle stays square and he can't be kind of, I mean, it's very minutia, but he's kind of shoving you around his back a little bit how he wants you on there, you know? And you have to keep both seat bones evenly down on both sides. See right there, he's shoving you out a little bit. Good job. And keep walking. Good. And just keep playing with this and keep that in mind. Good. Good. Just keeping your weight down into the inside. And tap him up again there. Good. Yeah. Very nice connection there. When he's like that, just put your hands together and kind of enjoy the ride. Good. And now push him a little forward into that. Good. Again, push him a little bit forward into that. Good job. Forward. As soon as he disconnects, I want you to think of kind of rolling your hips forward and marching him forward into that connection from your hips. Good. Awesome. And change directions again. Good. Now you don't have to make the circles quite so small, but then as you change directions, stay down on the left side. Stay down on the left, the inside, your new inside. Yeah. Good job. Good job. Yeah. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead and trot on. Hands right there together. Perfect. Hands up and together, looking up and just pushing it forward. The only problem with that is the only problem that will fix that connection is the lack of forward. There you go. He needs to go in that moment, and then he will connect in the front. That's a way. And again, go. Good job. Then he connects in the front. Very good. And go again. Say, come on. And tap him up a little bit there. Perfect. Good. Forward. Holding your hands right there, still and together. Awesome. Good job, Lonnie. Good job. And forward again. Say, come on, let's go. So cute. Good job. And forward. Because when you have him forward and he wants to look out there like that, see how easy that is to fix? It's no big deal. Awesome. Awesome. Good job. And then when you're ready, back to the walk. And just using your seat there, hands out in front. Good. Because you don't want that connection coming backwards. You don't want your hands coming back into your lap. You want him to be nice, soft, out there in front of you. When you're ready, change directions again. Just riding the same little exercise as you change directions, just keeping them really aligned right there underneath both seat bones. And not letting him kind of twist that saddle to the outside and you kind of sitting off to the outside a little bit, that you stay really down on the new inside. And that's why changing directions a lot will kind of help keep everything in the middle. Good, good, good. Very good there. And then when you're ready, trot on. Put hands up and together and forward here. Good. Keep your hands right out there in front of you and forward. Good job. Feel that? Do you feel how when you pushed your hands forward, did you see where you went?
Down.
You know what I mean? So you keep your hands right out there together.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. He goes out to the connection. It's not that we bring them back. As soon as the hands come back, that's a stopping aid. You know what I mean? It's not a going forward aid. Perfect here. And now a little bit more forward. Good job. Yeah. And he goes forward into that contact. Very good. Good job. And forward again. Good. Hands out in front. And shorten your reins up a little bit. And then when you're ready, let's canter. Not letting the hands separate and come back, and you're not keeping your balance with your hands back. You're riding them forward into the contact. And go ahead and just keep rising. Shorten your reins up a little bit more. Very good. Hands up and together. Yeah, see how you want to come back and you want to hold it there together way too much. You have to stop trying to control it. Put your hands out and together and just ride him forward. If he puts his head up, you know how to get him back on the bit again. It's no big deal. You know, yeah, good. Hands forward now. And now forward into the canter. Good job. Hands forward. Good. Because you have to realize that the canter transition itself is not a backwards transition. It's, he's got to go and he's got to jump up into the canter. We don't want to stop that jump. There you go. Good job. Hands together. Very good. Good. Forward. Yeah. That's what we're going to work on today.
Okay.
Put your hands together. You have to trust him. You know what I mean? I can see you wanting it, but then there's that still 10% of you inside there that's like, oh God. That wants to hold it. And you have to let go of that.
Okay.
Good. So now shorten your reins. And now down the long side. And just ride him forward on some straight lines. Go rising, and with your heart, just ride him forward. Don't worry about his head. Don't worry about anything. I just want to see him go. There you go. And now think about a little bit of bend to the right. Soften your arms. Good. And now a little bit of forward down this long side. And keeping your hands right up there together. Yeah. Feel like you could canter him out of any trot. Now, on the circle here. Don't bring your hands backwards. Keep them going forwards to his mouth. And a little bit rounder there. Good, and forward. Good, and forward. That's fine. Yeah, good. Good job. Keeping your hands right up there together. Yes, very good. Carrying your hands a little bit more. Yes. Shorten your reins up a little bit more. Good. Yes, now bend him a little bit to the right. There you go. And now a little bit of long and low. So see if you can stretch him down here. There, forward, forward, forward. Good job. Good. Bending him a little bit more to the right and stretching him a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of long and low. Perfect. And now shorten your reins back up. And now stretch him back down again. Awesome right there. Hands together. Good. And now stretch him back down. And deeper and rounder. Perfect. And then shorten your reins back up. What I'm going for today is that he consistently goes around. Not this sort of lurching forwards and backwards and all this. I want the same trot steps around and around and around. And I want you to, and I also want the same canter steps around and around and around, so that you teach him, this is where he trots. This is his rhythm. And he just plunks around, going round and around and around in this trot. No more of this surging forward and back and too slow and walking when he gets you out of balance. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Good job. Very good. And then, yeah, stretch him down there again. Perfect. And then pick him back up. Keeping the same trot tempo. Not letting it change. And he's a little bit counter bent there, so bend him again a little bit more to the right. Good job. Yeah, shorten your reins right up. And so another thing too is that when you shorten your reins, don't be afraid to shorten them right up. If he kind of puts his head up in the air, great. You know what I mean? You're just going to make him rounder with his neck up there. All right? It's not that we want his head down. So if you shorten your reins from stretching him and he kind of comes up a little bit, you think perfect, and just make him a little rounder with his neck up there, keeping the same trot tempo. Yes, now stretch him back down again. Forward here. Yes, there you go. And a little bit more bend to the inside. There. Just bending him a little bit more to the right. Yes, pushing him a little bit more away from that right leg. And he kind of does that unsteady step, I think, to kind of talk you out of it. You know, and then you feel that unsteadiness and then you think, oh gosh. And so then you try to change it. No, let him find the rhythm. Shorten your reins up. If your hands have to be that separated, then the reins are too long. Remember, when we're stretching him down, he's seeking the connection downward. So if you get to the point where he's not seeking it downward anymore, you don't keep giving him reins. You start shortening them back up. Okay? So that we're teaching him to seek that connection down and out, not we just dump the reins at them and hope they put their heads down. Good job. And now forward again here. Good. 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 Very good. Yes. Good. That's a good sign. Now bend him a little bit more to the right. Bending him a little away from the right leg. Yes. Keeping that outside leg. Very good. 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 Bending him a little bit more to the right. Yeah. Yes. There you go. Yeah. Give him a little tap there with him. See, you start getting it, and then he starts backing away, which then causes you to back up.
Yeah.
So then you've taught him to back away. So you kind of have to stick through it in that moment and ride him through that tough spot, because on the other side of that tough spot is a better horse. So don't be afraid to see it through. Good job. Yes. Good job. Good job. Good job. See what I mean?
Yes.
You're not going to back away in that moment. This is it. Because he doesn't want to make a mistake. So when he feels you sort of be like, oh, no, then he backs right off too. Well, he doesn't want to make a mistake, and he would love to just stop. That's it. Now bend him a little bit more to the right. That's better there. Now, see if he'll stretch down a little bit, keeping this right bend. There. There. I like that rhythm in the trot. Now shorten your reins back up. Good. Yep, tap him up there. Good. Down the long side. And thinking a little forward here. Good. Inside leg. Inside leg. Inside leg. Good job. Through the two corners. Thinking inside leg. Inside leg. Inside leg. Good job. Straight.
Oh, Megan.
Inside leg. It's soft with that inside ring. Push your inside hand forward. Yeah. Good. Inside leg. Good. So that he isn't cutting in with that inside shoulder. That he's bending away from that inside leg. Like he wants to just lean in on that right shoulder. That's it. Instead of really standing up and away from that inside leg. There you go. There you go. Inside leg. That's better. Good job. Good job. Good job. And then when you're ready, sit and walk. And forward into the walk. Shorten your reins and hands up and together. Good. And walking. Seat, seat, seat. Good. Shorten your reins and on the circle here. And then when you're ready, trot on. Yes, loosen your shoulders. Good. Keeping this and keeping that connection from your seat. Good. Now bend in a little bit more to the right. And forward. Go rising trot. But when you go rising, it isn't just up and down and you and band in your seat. I want you to think of sitting in and keeping that connection. Yeah, and then when you're ready, sit and walk. And bend him a little bit more to the right. And I don't want any of this gray area trotting, okay? I want him walking and I want him trotting. So walk, yeah. See what I'm saying? Walk, yeah.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was great. Okay.
I want him walking and then I want him trotting because he gets stuck in this gray area of, and then you're just kind of holding his head down. You know what I mean? I want to take this connection from the walk into a nice trot because from there we can take it into a nice canter. And then when you're ready, walk again. Good. And sit and walk. Good. And now bend him a little bit to the right and make him a little bit rounder. Yeah. Good. Holding your hands right there together. Shorten your reins. Good. Yes, and now forward. Yeah. And now bump him a little off that right leg. Awesome. And again, bump him a little off that right leg. Good. Bend him a little bit more to the inside. Tap him up there a little bit. That's it. Good job. Yeah. There. Now I want you to take this into the trot. Bending him a little to the right. Good. And now forward. Good. And then, yeah, and kind of say a little bit to him. No, you don't just come above the bit. You go forward into the connection. Yeah, bend him a little bit more to the right. That's it. Good job. Good job. That's away. Yes. Bending him a little bit more to the right. Yeah. There you go. Good. And again, bend him a little bit more to the right. That's what I want right there. Feel that?
Yes.
Awesome. Good job, Lottie. And again, bend him a little bit more to the right. It's just kind of you standing up a little bit for yourself here and being like, okay, I taught you how to do this, you know how to do it, and you're going to do it. Good job. It's not going to be a negotiation anymore. Yes. Yes. That's a way. Good job. Now stretch him down. Keeping him bent to the right. Not him getting counterbent. Good. Bending him more to the right. Bending him more to the right. Bending him. There you go. Yes, and now see if he'll stretch a little bit. Good, and shorten your reins. Keeping him up and away from that inside leg. Carry your hands. Thumbs up. Bend him again a little bit more to the inside. Good. A little bit rounder there. Keeping that outside ring. Your hands together and a little bit rounder in his neck. And if he fusses around with you, touch him with the whip behind you. That's it. Because the motor is behind you there. Yeah, he is falling in on that inside shoulder, but you have to remember, a forward horse is going to be a straight horse. So when you feel him kind of cutting in that moment, he really just needs to kind of go. Good. Bend him a little bit more to the right here. That's it. Yeah. Bending him. Keeping that outside rein. Remember in the walk how when we were changing the directions, yes, and I was telling you that you had to keep the door closed a little bit on the outside. It's the same thing when you go to bend him to the right. You can't just pull his head in because then he slips everything off to the outside. Do you feel how you're riding a little bit more of the outside there?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
get my leg back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. That's it. Good. 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 Yeah, very good. And now stretch him down a little bit. He likes to monkey around a little bit with you. That's it. Now bend him a little bit more to the inside, keeping that outside, but bending him to the right. Yes. And it isn't that we're holding him on both sides. It's just that you're going to support him a little bit on that outside so he can't shove you out there. And then you're only riding that inside rein. And soften the inside rein. And then ask a little bit again with it. And then soften the inside rein. And then ask a little bit more with it. And then soften that inside hand forward. Soften that inside rein forward. Push your inside hand forward. Yeah. Push it. That's it. Push it forward there. Let go. That's it. And let go. There you go. Now you're getting him to stretch down a little bit. Now let go of that inside rein. You see how you give up the outside. You're more than happy to give him a long rein on the outside. But when it comes to giving up that inside rein, you're a little stuck there. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good. And then walk and give yourself a break. You're not going to control the world with the inside rein.
Okay.
You're going to have to let go of it. No, you can control everything on the outside.
I really do get fixated on, whatever the day is. Monday's one thing.
Okay, you're not going to control the world.
You sure nailed him.
Yeah.